Joining me on this broadcast, I have Vikrant Gupta with me on this broadcast. I have, along with Vikrant Gupta, Rahul Rawat joining me, and India Today's Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan also with me on the story. Vikrant, what's the inside buzz of what transpired? Apparently, this was a virtual meeting. Why is Mohsin Naqvi refusing to hand over the trophy? Why is he behaving in this churlish manner?
Gaurav, we are now dealing with the Interior Minister of Pakistan, not somebody who's the Asian Cricket Council chief, honestly. And I think he's also wanting to show people back home in Pakistan, I think at the insistence of Rawalpindi than Islamabad, really. I think it is Rawalpindi which is doing the talking, and he just wants you to wants Indian cricket to feel small. But having said that, I think he made a reference to his own self. He said, while standing on the podium for an hour, I was looking like a cartoon. But I think by the time this meeting has ended, he now is a clown. You can't hold on to the trophy for long. One day or the other, you'll have to give back the trophy to India. Even if India does not get the trophy, India are the champions. And I think Mohsin Naqvi now faces isolation. All the BCCI needs to do now is to tell the Asian Cricket Council, we now will not be part of this movement any long, so long as Mohsin Naqvi remains the ACC chair. And look at the smaller boards, look at Afghanistan, Nepal, Oman. These guys would want revenue, and the revenue will only come if India plays the Asia Cup or if India remains the member of the Asian Cricket Council. Simple as that.
Unless they think India is too weak, unless they think, I don't know what is Mohsin Naqvi's thinking, the obnoxious behavior, Rahul, that he's displayed, it just indicates that Rawalpindi orders, India will not ever get out of ACC or throw Pakistan out of ACC. But what transpired in that meeting? What was the conversation like? What did Rajiv Shukla say? What details can you tell us, Rahul?
So Gaurav, two representatives from the BCCI were there, and they were online. Remember, this is a meeting that was supposed to happen in July, but that meeting was scheduled in Bangladesh, and at that time also India had reservations to travel to Bangladesh, and there also Mohsin Naqvi insisted that this AGM of Asian Cricket Council will happen in Bangladesh. BCCI officials did not travel, but they attended the meeting online. Now it was rescheduled to today. So they were insistent that the trophy, which is rightfully of the Indian team, that should be returned to the Indian team, or that should be given to the Indian team, to which Mohsin Naqvi initially said no. Later, of course, he left that open towards the end, saying that we'll discuss this offline and we'll discuss with other member boards, the test playing nations, and thereafter we'll come to a conclusion. Now, so as of now, it seems unlikely, because that was always the plan, because he wanted to disrupt India's celebration. You would remember a day before the final of this Asia Cup, he had issued a statement from the Office of Asian Cricket Council as the chairman that I am looking forward to giving away the trophy. So he had made it very clear that irrespective of whether India wants that trophy or not, I will be there to give that trophy. Now, the only thing that India does not make a lot of money out of this Asia Cup. Why? Because this is for the other smaller nations. India last hosted the Asia Cup back in 1991. Since then, India has not hosted any Asia Cup tournaments. So the other smaller boards, they make a lot of revenue out of this. Now, what India can do is, India can actually at least threaten to break away from this Asian Cricket Council. So they know that which side they have to be, because India generates a lot of revenue, and these smaller boards, we don't play a lot of cricket, but inviting them for even one test match or a 3 T20I series, that also generates a lot of revenue for these boards. So obviously they will side with the Indian board, and I think Mohsin Naqvi has to go away from the Asian Cricket Council from here.
No, but Geeta, Mohsin Naqvi is immaterial. I mean, civilian leaders in Pakistan, they are expendable. India's aim should be Pakistan should be out. If this is the way Pakistan behaves, and Pakistan is a radical Islamist country represented right now by Asim Munir, and that radical Islamist mindset, when he says Hindus and Muslims are different, we are two different people, two different countries, we cannot live together because our dreams, our goals are all different, or words to that effect. So that's the nature of the threat we are facing. And I think our board is still not realizing the magnitude of the adversary or the enemy we face.
Well, absolutely. In many ways than one, Gaurav, the fact that a cricket sporting event has become a battleground, and where the fissures can be seen as explicitly as it is evident right now. And remember, Gaurav, this is not the Pakistan we knew, where we've had problems with Pakistan. There has been cross-border terrorism, terrorism emanating from Pakistan, all of that and more. But nothing compares to what Pakistan is today under Field Marshal Asim Munir. It's a very different country where it's not just polarization. It's a country that's dividing in the name of religion. It's a country that looks at the other religion as kafirs. It's a country that explicitly says that India will be taught a lesson. It's a country that has been talking and spewing venom against India in a very, very threatening fashion. So yes, for India, Pakistan is not just a minor problem in the region. It has become a major problem in the region. And not to forget, we're talking about a nuclear Pakistan that might be weaker militarily from India, Gaurav, but in terms of how it's growing its clout in the West Asian region, that's something that India should be looking at very, very keenly. So yes, a sporting event is just an example of what is to follow geopolitically between India and Pakistan.